The Wise Quacking Duck is a 1943 Warner Brothers cartoon, and there are some pretty great bits of animation in this, and the narrative's not too bad either. This Mr. Meek, has been tasked by his wife Sweetie Puss to go out and kill a duck for dinner. And he doesn't want to do this, but you can tell he is under his wife's thumb. So he goes out, locates Daffy Duck, and does everything he can to try and capture and kill Daffy Duck. And Daffy Duck obviously is not having this, and he begins to play with him, pretending he's been killed, um, running away from him, of course, and basically making it impossible for him to capture him. Will he ever catch Daffy Duck, or will Daffy Duck get away? It's certainly very creative. Daffy Duck dances on pies at one point, and bits of animation that I loved. One of which is a spoiler, so I will leave that until the end. But the other one is where he pulled down the feathers from around his neck and made it look like he was wearing a seductive off the shoulder dress. It was very peculiar, and it worked very well. The narrative itself is not overly unique. We see this kind of chase scene happening all the time, including with popular characters like Elmer Fudd, where they're trying to capture Daffy Duck and he keeps giving them the runaround. But despite the fact that it's actually quite repetitive, it works very well. I guess that's why it happens a lot. And I found it to be quite engaging, and while the narrative itself was maybe not the most unpredictable, certain things, such as the wearing of the off the shoulder dress, I wasn't expecting. So that worked well. And I guess a spoiler from now, I'm going to discuss the other bit of animation that I loved, and it's actually kind of scarring. So, spoiler from now, the other bit of animation that I want to highlight as being particularly incredible is when Mr. Meek caught Daffy, and Daffy Duck was lying in the baking tray, naked without his feathers. And just that image is so creepy and so peculiar looking, and I loved it. It was very effective, very well done, and it definitely will stick with me for probably a disturbing amount of time. The Wise Quacking Duck may not be my all time favourite Daffy Duck cartoon, but it's definitely one that I'd say I enjoyed.